Charlie Sims here. Welcome to my channel. Hope you are having a lovely day and thank you for joining me for a speed build. So today we are making a modern barn conversion, and this was not what I had planned today. However, we did have like a surprise kind of kit release, all the kits were released on Tuesday this week, so on the 2nd of March, and I wasn't actually expecting them to be released on the 2nd of March because I think we had like a bunch of spoilers, and then the Sims team said, oh whoops, I guess the cat's out of the bag, we'll tell you more on the 2nd of March. And I was just expecting maybe some pricing information, or I don't know, I was expecting like maybe a due date. I wasn't expecting the packs, but we actually got the packs on the 2nd of March, which is exciting. So I was going to release something else today, but I decided to do a barn conversion instead so I could use the new kitchen stuff, and it's the only pack I have bought. I haven't bought another pack, and I'm pleasantly surprised with the kitchen stuff. I don't know, like, I know some of the community's thoughts have been that they are overpriced. I couldn't possibly comment on the ones I haven't bought because I haven't bought them. However, I was happy to spend £5 for the kitchen, and I think that was just because we don't get a lot of kitchens, and possibly it's just that I'm desperate for a kitchen, but I didn't mind paying £5 for it. But I do suspect that there's a lot of people who have a different opinion. I don't know, I can't possibly comment on the other packs, but I didn't mind spending £5 on this because it just put a massive smile on my face, to be honest. I mean, certainly when you look at, I guess, items and what you're actually paying for, it does seem like a bit of a rip-off, to be honest. However, I was personally happy with this because it's just really nice to have some kitchens and counters. And I know, like, lately with a couple of packs, like Island Living specifically, they have released the counters. Like, we get the counters, but then we don't get cabinets. We get like a shelving unit, and it does not make me happy when they do that. So I was just happy to spend a fiver, to be honest, because yeah, as I said, I'm just desperate for a kitchen. That being said, while I do think I think a fiver was worth it for the kitchen, in my opinion, I do think it's quite niche. So I think I'm going to have to be doing a lot more barn conversions because, I mean, we'll have a look at it later when I get onto the kitchen. As soon as I'm finished with the exterior, we go straight into the kitchen. I don't even finish the landscaping because I just really want to get stuck in looking at the new pack. So this is just like me making like a really quick shower just so that I can jump in and make the kitchen. We make the kitchen massive in comparison to the rest of the home. I don't know, there's just a really big barn kitchen here, and the floor plan is kind of like based off of the kitchen. But yeah, what I was saying about the kitchen was that, before I just went off on one, was that it's a little bit niche in my opinion. I mean, I feel like these packs are meant to be niche. So maybe that's intentional, but I couldn't just do like a normal suburban and put this kitchen in. I feel like I couldn't do that. I feel like I couldn't even do like maybe a cottage, but even like the dirty swatches are nice. Like, it just feels like a very upscale, posh, modern barn kitchen to me, but kitchen set. But maybe that's the swatches that I use. But we also do get some flooring and a wallpaper with this. So I'm just having a look at the swatches now, and I'm sure it's the colour I'm using actually. This light blue, it just looks posh. I don't know. But yeah, I thought this fitted perfectly with like a modern barn conversion, so that's what we end up doing. The only thing that's a little bit annoying, and I think like James mentioned it, and while I'm saying this is a little bit annoying, I was smiling ear to ear while I was making this kitchen. I think everything is stunning in this pack. All of the items we get are stunning. I'm like blown away. However, James said, and I agree with him, we have like a small cabinet that is just like kind of open shelving and plates. You can see it above the window. I put three together and it looks ridiculous. That's the only thing, like, because a lot of this shelving is open, you have to kind of mix it up, which I initially found. I mean, you can see me kind of struggling, and we kind of box off that stairs as well, so that the stairs is actually in the living room, and that's so that we just have two wall two walls so that we can fill both walls up with cabinet space. But yeah, what are your thoughts on kits? Have you bought any kits? Are you holding out for the next stuff pack? Have you bought all three? What are your thoughts? What is your kit experience? For me, I am only purchasing the kitchen one just because I'm not interested in the other two. I don't really play with laundry, so I don't feel like vacuuming will necessarily enhance my gameplay. I'm also kind of rubbish at storytelling, so I don't think vacuuming will like help with the story. I mean, I'm sure people have thought about stories. I just can't. I'm just bad at thinking of stories. So if there was something that would like kind of drive my gameplay and stories, like I would certainly like buy something like that. But I think vacuuming for me, nah. But I was really happy to buy the kitchen, and as well, I yeah, I feel like for me personally, I have saved myself some money because I have bought packs in the past purely for the build and buy because I've liked the build and buy. But for this, I could just purely buy the build and buy, which is awesome. But yeah, it'd be interesting to know your thoughts. I do wonder the community's kind of approach to stuff packs. Be really interesting. Sorry, not stuff packs, kits. Kits. I'd be really interested to know. And I always think as well, like I would be really interested to have a look at their sales per. I mean, like we don't have access to that kind of information, but like I would love to know what they got for Journey to Batu in comparison to other game packs, things like that. Like, because I know content creators, people in the community who have every single pack. I know a lot of them who didn't buy Journey to Batu, so I would be like really interested to know that. And I think it would be interesting to see how packs are selling, but unfortunately, we don't have that information. But it would be quite interesting to see how they're selling because they do seem extremely niche. So as I said, I can't possibly pass comment on the Cass one, for example, 80s fitness clothes. But like if you just like say that to yourself, 80s fitness clothes, that seems extremely niche to me. And as I said, I think this kitchen set is quite niche, even though it's beautiful. I think it's quite niche. It's for farmyard builds. That being said, it goes very well with base game. In my opinion, we get like a couple of things that are like borderline country in base game. So we have like this milk canister, and then we have a chicken eggs ornament that you will have seen me just pull out. It's just like a chicken ornament, and I don't know. I always imagine that it has eggs in, like things like that, like an egg basket. Like seems quite country, but it's like the base game doesn't go all the way, and I feel like this really ties in with it. But that being said, it is very niche. The least niche one is probably vacuuming, to be honest. But yeah, I wasn't gonna pay £5 just to put a vacuum in a cupboard, even though, like, from purely a builder's side, I would love to put a vacuum in a utility closet. Like, I love that realism. I just don't want to get my Sims to vac because I just know I won't use it because I don't use laundry day. Because I don't know, I'm just lazy. I just don't. But yeah, I was smiling ear to ear while I was decorating this kitchen. Like some of the things, that casserole dish, oh my god, it's the cutest thing. The bucket of potatoes, the bread bin, just so cute. Yet to have a kettle, really, like a plug-in kettle, you know. But that's okay. And I've basically finished the kitchen now. I've just been ranting on, and I've just like basically finished this kitchen, just adding some finishing touches. Of course, we haven't wallpapered and tiled yet, but I don't leave that to the end. We do that soon because we get some new tile with this, and we get like a wallpaper as well. We get like some brick accent that's I can't figure out whether I like it. I do really like this tile. It's stunning. Yeah, it's stunning. This brick, I like it in grey, and I don't think I like it in any other colour. Anyway, and I also find this base game wallpaper that I think goes really nice with the kitchen. This yellow, not the blue, this yellow and blue, I think that looks ever so nice. And we have like a blue colour that's like blue without the tiles, so then I add that to the dining space, and I'm just absolutely loving the kitchen. I'm really happy. I use the Parenthood pink curtains, and I think that kind of goes with the cupboard curtains. I think that looks good anyway. We're just decorating the dining space. Have used that new dining table that we got with the 21st birthday update. We got that from custom content creators, and that's fabulous. I do not browse custom content enough. I'm really happy that it's in the game, and it's gorgeous as well. In my last build, I used Peacemaker's wardrobe and the smiley face mirror, and I thought that was gorgeous. That was the one that I was going to post today, but I've had to post this because country kitchen. Yeah, this actually got finished before my other one that I was planning on rolling out today, but I used some of the Peacemaker stuff as well, but I'm yet to use all of the stuff yet, but it's absolutely stunning. And now I'm just decorating a little bathroom, and I did want to make it look a little bit old, so I absolutely love that vampire toilet, so I use that, and I don't normally use a different toilet, so happy to do that. And yeah, we just make it all blue. And yeah, we use that matching like kind of slate that we get, and yeah, I think the flooring is gorgeous. And now I am on to the living room, and we do make this quite posh. As I said, I think the blue looks really posh, so I think these Sims have got a bit of money, to be honest, to be living in a converted barn as well. I think they've got a bit of money. We give them a pool. They've just got a really nice house. This living room, I would love this living room. We make it like quite minimalistic. It's not my normal clutter because I just imagine these Sims being very neat. I don't know why. I just imagine them being like neat and everything being immaculate, and yeah, like almost like a show house, but not really. So that's what I wanted to do here. Like they've just tidied up, that kind of thing. And I don't do that aesthetic very often, but I did quite like it for this. It's very tasteful. And I think I was thinking about my aunt when I was actually making this, because her home, I don't know whether it's just whenever she has guests, but I've never seen a home with a single speck of dust. And I imagine that it was this home. And actually, if you've got bust, bust your dust, I don't, I don't even know what it's called, buster dust. That doesn't sound right. But anyway, if you've got that, I imagine some very immaculate and clean Sims living here. I don't know if those are the new traits or what. I think we have a slob trait, and I think we have a neat, so I guess there's no new traits. Neat Sims live here, basically. And we give them a grandfather clock as well. I was thinking that they were a little bit old, so I was thinking that they had a teenage son. So there's a, and I think I was thinking that because I put a downstairs bedroom in, because we have a lot of space downstairs, more than upstairs. So we have one teen bedroom upstairs and then one bedroom downstairs. And whenever I see a bedroom downstairs, I just always think of old people. So I think that they're like quite old, and their son is like maybe looking for like a university placement. That was my thoughts anyway. I mean, if you download this house, it can be for any gender. I just had a son in mind. I just had, yeah, older parents and teenage or young adult son. That was in my head when I was making this, and I think like maybe he's applying to university and he's just living with his parents at the moment. But now I'm making the bedroom. The bedroom's really big. I'm so surprised by the amount of space we actually have, because I think the living room is like a really decent size, and of course we have like a pretty huge open plan kitchen diner, and we also have a big bedroom. So that's nice. So I'm just cluttering up these side tables with a money bank and a couple of books, and just adding some paintings above the side table as well. And we later add a really nice shelving unit that we get from Country Kitchen. So we do get some shelves that are they're really nice looking, and I put them above the bed, so we get like some daisy shelves. And I do think of doing this kind of, I'm trying to do like a mirrored sliding door look, like, you know, the sliding wardrobes that are mirrored. But then I think we put something more practical in, so I think I put a desk down and then just some smaller dressers. I think I put the really slim dressers, which the only slim dressers we have are from Vintage Glamour. And I've actually been using them more and more because they're tall and they're thin, so I just find them like kind of perfect for fitting into spaces and filling up wall space. I think they're great. But now we're just cluttering up a dresser. So I just add a few things to this dresser. I add this hairdryer kind of box that we get from Parenthood. It's got like a brush in. I really like that, actually, that clutter item. Then we add this knitting book. So I'm thinking about their hobbies, and I thought, yeah, knitting, like they're old in my head. So yeah, we add the knitting, and yeah, just add a decorative item from Jungle Adventure now as well, which I absolutely love that. And now I think I add a hanging plant as well, so we get a couple of plants on either side of the dressers, because we have a lot of room still. And I do actually have Better Build and Buy mod installed by Twisted Mexi. I would highly recommend it. You can clone debug items, you can clone live edit items. It's so nice because normally you can't clone them, so you have to like pull out several, or when you want another one you have to go and scroll through the debug item, the debug menu. But you don't have to do that with this mod. You can also search for debug items as well, and the names are like sensible names that you would think that they would be called. Like if you're looking for the Realm of Magic broom, you search broom. It's just intuitive and it's really nice. I'm really impressed. When you have, so you have to have the filter on that's live debug, and it shows you there's two filters, well there's several filters, but the two that are important are hide maxis and live edit. So if you only want the live edit, you have to click hide maxis and show live edit, and then once you have them selected, you can see the live edit, or you can see the maxis and the live edit if you don't have high maxis clicked. And that basically means that when you click the trees, you can actually see trees in live edit as well. And the amount of times I use debug landscaping, it's just saves so much time. I absolutely love that mod. It's my new all-time favorite mod next to the OMSP shelf, which is that red shelf that I keep pulling out. But now we are cluttering up a desk, so I put a lamp on this desk, and then I think I just put some pencils from the base game clutter menu, and then I think that's it, to be honest, because it's a pretty small desk. Oh, and I put a mirror above the desk as well, just to fill up some space, and then I put a coat rack as well. Oh yeah, just for... There you go. Did you just see what I pulled out from base game? That kind of jug with daffodils on that's got like wooden forks in. I feel like things like that, it's so country-esque. These as well, these plates that I decide to put in the bedroom, it's just a couple of things just scream country, but there's just not enough to have like a kind of country theme. And I feel like we were almost teased with country in the base game, and now we've actually got country for the kitchen anyway. But I think like with everything else other than the kitchen, you can kind of make it work for country, especially with some of the things from Cats and Dogs as well. Obviously, Cats and Dogs is missing a kitchen. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I just love that kit. I don't know how I feel about kits, but I know how I feel about the country kitchen kit. Anyway, that was the bedroom done. And now we're on to the upstairs bathroom. So it is 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Because from experience, I find it is really handy to have a bathroom on every single level. So we have a bathroom on both the upstairs and the downstairs. And I was really happy I could fit that in. Also a decent sized teenager's bedroom. We give the sim a double bed, some activities. They have a TV at the end of their bed, have a little chair. So I don't know whether the TV at the end of the bed will actually work. It will probably be more functional for you to turn the TV around so that it's facing that chair that I just put down. But I thought it looked cool facing the bed and just more realistic. So, and I think this sim is older because I think that they've bought the TV and because, yeah, or like maybe it was a big birthday, but maybe it was like an 18th or like a 16th birthday present or something. But I think, somehow they've got that TV. And they also have a music desk because I was trying to think of some hobbies. And I think that they like mixing music. Also gave them a darts table just for fun. And we have posters. So, yeah, a lot is in this room. I also put a guitar in. So we have some kind of motivational posters, some DJ posters. Also give them a games console, so they also like games. So there's game posters as well. Fit a dresser in too. I just really like this room in the end. We have a kind of backsplash of brick as well that I think looks quite nice. We're just figuring out like a little light because they haven't actually got a side table because of that dartboard. I think that's okay. I imagine them just putting their phone on the bed. I think, like on the floor by the bed. I think I used to do that as a kid. Like, it's fine. Anyway, swap these out for like another poster. I was thinking about like the overhead lights. It is quite nice, but then I was thinking, I don't know. I just kind of like thought maybe like another gaming poster would be fitting behind the decks. I don't know whether they would want that glare behind there, but anyway. And then we just add the blue guitar, and I love it in that blue swatch. We add a couple of what are they called? Postcards. Add a couple of postcards on this cork board and just clutter up this side table as well. Thought it would be nice for them to have a side table while they were watching TV. So we add that. And then I think I just put a little mirror by their mixing set because we don't actually end up having that mirror by the guitar. I swap it out for this really cool movie poster that I find in Get Famous. But now we're just working out the wallpaper. So we go quite dark. We go this kind of stucco dark bluey grey, and then I think that looks really good with the brick and then this flooring from Get Famous that I am just really vibing with lately. I use it all the time. I'm trying, yeah, and that was me trying to use the brick from Country Kitchen, but I'm just really not feeling that brick, to be honest. All of the swatches are incredibly light and not very contrasting. I don't know, if you like a subtle brick, then like it's fine. I don't know, it just wasn't really for me. But soon we will be swapping that mirror out for a poster from Get Famous. There we go. This is the poster. I thought it was a really cool poster, so we swapped that out. I think they've got a really awesome room. And now we're just filling in the landing. I don't really know what to do with this space, so we just put a load of grey pictures in the space, and then I add a plant on this side table, and then just a couple of other clutter items. Just trying to think what I put down. I don't know yet until I see it, and I only recently just finished this build as I'm doing a voiceover and I've forgotten. Oh yeah, an actual bookcase, because I realised that we haven't got a bookcase in here. Oh yeah, that's when I think I'll put 2 bookcases in. So we have a bookcase in this build, we didn't before. So I have a bookcase, a laptop, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. What more do you need? Well, a pool in the garden. Well, if you're saying that, I've got you sorted there as well. We have a pool in the garden. And we put a hot tub in the garden as well, because as I said, I think they are bougie. So we had a hot tub. We do later add a pool and then like a little seating area and a decking area. And it's really nice. But now I'm just working out the front garden and the back garden. Just trying to figure out like what it all looks like. We do end up using some terracotta slabs because I think they look really nice in contrast to the white of the barn. And this is me just looking at the surrounding area, and I first think about making a dirt track, and then I think, well, that's not gonna blend in with the surrounding area anyway because it's all grass. So, and also I think if you're gonna give us a big grass patch with no path leading up from the world to the lot, give us the whole grass path. Like you will have seen me playing with Twisted Mex's tool mod earlier to try and get the fence all the way to the edge of the lot. And I think it's great that we can do that with the mod now. Thank you, Twisted Mexi. But I just don't understand why we didn't have that full grassy area, because then I could have just left it as grassy area, but now it's just like we have a section of grass amongst a larger section of grass. What? How are we supposed to do a driveway? I don't understand these decisions. I'm sorry. The rant's over. I don't understand these decisions. Anyway, we added platforms. So basically, I added, like you will have seen me at the start of the video, I added like a faux garage, which I thought looked really cool. However, it meant that I couldn't put everything on a foundation, so we had to put it on a platform because I did want a kind of multi-level garden. So it meant that when we came in here, I mean, I guess we could have had the whole of the downstairs on a platform. I could have done that. But I decided to do this instead because I don't know whether my brain had just gone at this point, but I actually think it looks all right. Maybe it would have been best to put everything on a platform, but it adds a bit of dimension to the kitchen. Also put a couple of these chairs from Parenthood, and I think these go really well with the kitchen. Really happy with that. Just put like a couple of mats in the kitchen as well, and that was just me looking at the kitchen. Oh my god, I actually had to like stop recording just so I could look at the kitchen for a bit. But we are now back outside working on the garden, and I do have, so you'll see I have the jacuzzi a level up, and I did want a sunken pool. Well, of course you can't actually put a pool on a platform, which is like fair enough. I didn't think about it. So we end up having the pool like flat, like unfortunately, but I do raise the section with the barbecue and the seating area. I do raise that up to give it some dimension as well, because I did really want to do that with the garden, but yeah, completely forgot we don't do we can't do swimming pools on sunken platforms. I did also really like how the sunken platforms looked, so I'm trying to emulate with that with like a tiny wall trim, so that it looks sunken, but I mean not really. But yeah, so we use some tiling to make that kind of blend, and now I'm just adding some wallpaper and floor to the pool, and then trying to work out some trim as well. And then I just add a pool ladder and some lights, nothing too fancy, and I guess they've got a little pool, but we do add some lounges later. But yeah, that's the pool area. I thought it looked really cute, and now we are going to enclose, before adding the lounges, we are enclosing the space with really nice luscious plants. And I'm sorry if you can hear my chair squeaking, it's super annoying. I'm basically having to stay perfectly still when I do all my voiceovers, which is quite difficult to be honest, so I might have to get a new chair soon, or some WD-40 or something. I'm not really sure. I don't know what's making it squeaky, but at the moment I'm pulling out some a mixture of plants from the normal, I guess, yeah, normal build menu and the debug menu. So I pulled out those snowy escape shrubs because I really like them, and then like my favourite succulents ever from Cats and Dogs, and we're just surrounding them by the pool, and I thought they looked really nice and they looked really tropical by the pool. And this is before we put just like the general box standard shrubbery round. I just thought I'd put some kind of more exotic plants round before we use these low level yellow plants that I always use. I think they're just called low level plants, but I use them all the time, and now we're putting these shrubberies down as well that I use all the time. And yeah, we kind of enclose the space with those bushes, and yeah, just really liked the landscaping for this. Thought it looked just really nice and luscious. And I end up covering this pathway with like hedges. So this is the pathway into the house. So I wanted it to be quite private because we have got some really random green space that we won't talk about anymore. So I wanted to kind of separate that from the path. So I added just a row of bushes and shrubbery, and I wanted it to look quite overgrown, like it wasn't a manicured thing. But yeah, I thought that might have been a bit nicer than a fence. And now we are adding some lounges. I really like these colourful lounges. We also add like a candle and a plant on a tray from backdoor backyard stuff. I always call it backdoor stuff. It really makes me laugh because I do think that could be a possibility now that we just have like a backdoor kit. I mean, hopefully not, but yeah, it makes me laugh when I say that. So yeah, I just added that and an umbrella, and now we are kind of lighting up the pathway and adding some pool lights. And I also add the toddler rope lights above the hot tub, and I think that looks really nice. I think that was a nice little detail. And then we're on to the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this video, please hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more content from me, please hit subscribe. Catch you later.